All right, guys, going to do a market review for today, January 10th, 2013. Uh, Came in this morning to a significant rally from the 93.10 area to 94.70. So over 160 ticks of movement while we were sleeping. Um, and the other markets had a nice rally too. Draghi was speaking this morning, which pushed up the Euro FX and the Nasdaq and S&P subsequently. And then in the morning time frame, we had a sell off into, I would say, around the 11 o'clock area where we bottom. And I've been seeing this a lot recently in the indexes. I'm talking about the indexes right now. They tend, in this uptrend we're in, they tend to bottom, uh, and then they have a buy program in the afternoon. So just something to take note of. I'm not a big index trader, but I like to watch the correlated markets. So then we had the opening here on crude at 9 Eastern, and that was actually the high of the pit session. Didn't quite get to the high of the overnight, but the 94.61, and then we had it leak down the rest of the day. But if you look at the 5 minute, it tells a little bit different story. You would have been able to take some scalps, not necessarily my trade, but you could have traded in this high volume area, the 94.10. See if I can shrink this a little bit. 94.18s to the 93.80 area would have been your trade. And then on close to the close, it did have a little bit of a sell off, but then it was pushed right back up. And that's what I've been seeing in crude recently is when there is a sell off, it's met with buyers. And I don't like to trade like that. I don't like to trade the counter trend. I like to trade with the trend. But the counter trend traders are being rewarded right now in this market because the volatility is so low. So everybody that's trying to trade with the trend gets caught here, and this is where they get out. So nonetheless, that's the action today. Not too much going on. Interested to see what happens tomorrow. The whole week's essentially been, somewhat dead. There was a decent move yesterday, if I can get there, in the afternoon or the morning rather, but that was the EIA report, and I don't really like to trade the reports because they can go anywhere. I mean, a lot of times will spike and then immediately sell off, so there's not a whole lot of confidence in going with the trend in those reports or the momentum because the momentum can change on a dime. So I'd rather let it settle in for a little while and take a trade after that. So I mean, that's it. Kind of to be expected. The second week into the year, notwithstanding last week was nothing, but this week is still slow, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. And I will be around for a report tomorrow as well.